A man once convicted of killing his wife with antifreeze could soon walk out of prison.
Today, a judge set $1 million bond for Mark Jensen.
Michelle Fiore is live in Kenosha with the very latest. Michelle.
Katie and Charles, this has all been a long and drawn out case, even from the start. Now, you recall it took nearly 4 years before Mark Jensen was finally charged in his wife's murder. Now, 8 years after his conviction, he's being retried. In 2008, Mark Jensen learned he would spend the rest of his life behind bars. Reason alone, prosecutors think he's a flight risk today.
Furthermore, the defendant has heard the words pronounced against him. You are sentenced to life in prison without possibility of parole, which would only serve to underscore his motivation to flee the jurisdiction.
Julie Jensen, a mother of two, was poisoned with antifreeze and then suffocated to death in her home in 1998. The defense is already pointing to errors with the original report on just how much antifreeze was in Julie's stomach.
What it turned out is that Dr. Long had apparently put a decimal point in the wrong place, and that rather than the 20 ounces being all ethylene glycol, it was about a half a teaspoon.
Days before her murder, Julie wrote a letter saying if anything happened to her, police should question her husband. A federal appeals court said the letter violated Jensen's Sixth Amendment rights to face his accuser. Craig Albee says the Seventh Circuit Court also questioned the manner of her death.
9 years after the death, they're first coming up with an actual finding as to what caused the death, and it's different than it had been for the 9 years before.
Today, a judge set bond for Jensen at $1.2 million. Live in Kenosha, Michelle Fiore, today's TMJ4.
All right, Michelle, thanks.